Hi everyone, it's Marcy Dunning here from Stampin' with Marcy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and I want to welcome you to my Facebook Live, my Monday morning, Monday Mojo. Thank you so much for taking a few moments out of your day to join me for some fun live crafting. If you see the red button up in the top left corner, I believe it should be on your device, that means you are watching me live. If you are not seeing that red button, that means that this is the recording. Still say hello, let me know that where you're coming from. Let me know if this is the first time that you have joined me. I'd love to know if I am actually reaching more crafty friends. That is why I always ask to please share my video. Sharing is caring, and it's how I reach more crafty friends. So today is Monday, July the 6th. Oh my goodness, how could it be July 6th already? I hope all of my American friends have had a fabulous 4th of July long weekend, as well as my Canadian friends, the Canada Day long weekend as well. We had a great weekend of not doing a whole lot, before we get started, I want to remind you about the paper pumpkin. Summer Nights is the July kit. The sign up deadline is the July 10th. I always order in extra kits, so if you would like me to order one for you, if you're local and want to pick it up, please let me know before July the 10th so I can adjust my subscription. Also, the Summer Nights add-on includes 24 card bases and envelopes, and it coordinates with the paper pumpkin, and it is $13 Canadian. And your order code is 154973, and that is the code that you would enter. You must be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber to be able to get that. Okay, next is bonus days. Every $60 Canadian you spend before tax and shipping is going to get you a bonus day coupon for $6 emailed to you from Stampin' Up! Make sure you either print that email or save it in a folder on your computer so that in August you can redeem that towards any products you choose. And remember, August 4th is the holiday catalog. Goes live for customers, so you can use your coupons for that. And finally, I want to remind you about my good morning, Judy. Good morning, Emily. Thank you for joining me. I want to remind you about my Well Done Class to Go. Sign up is July 10th. That is Friday. Just as a reminder, I have two options. I have an event. If you click on events on my Facebook page, you will see all the details. So option one is $55 and includes the stamp set and the Whale Builder Punch. They're right here. So this beautiful stamp set, and then the punch here. That's option one, $55. Option two includes the gorgeous Seabed 3D embossing folder, and that is $70. You create 6 cards, 2 each of the 3 different designs that I have created. You will get a PDF emailed to you with the YouTube link to watch the coordinating video so that you can craft right along with me and stop the video at any parts you need to, type of thing. So today we are going to be creating with, good morning, Jeannie. Thank you for sharing. Today we are creating with Nothing's Better Than. And actually this week I'm doing something a little different. I'm going to be each video that I come on to do is going to feature a different card made with this bundle. So this is the Nothing's Better Than bundle. It's the Nothing's Better Than stamp set and Love You More dies. This is a super fun bundle that can be found on page 91 of your annual catalog. And the bundle price is here. Remember, you have to look for that icon, that starburst icon, to get the 10% savings when you purchase it with that bundle code. Otherwise, if you're entering the stamp set code and the die code, you're paying full price for both. I'd much rather you save 10% and get it at a that bit of a discount. And look at the price, $63.75. That means you get a bonus days coupon with that. So let me show you the fun card we're going to start with. I decided that since today is Monday and it's Mojo Monday, so today's card is a coffee card. Thank you, Judy. So a day without coffee is like, just kidding, I have no idea. And that is so me. I have 1.5 to 2 cups of coffee every single day. Sometimes I may find the need to have a coffee later in the day. So this card, and look at this. Is it going to pick it up? Look at that. Wink of Stella. Isn't that so fun? So we're actually going to do that first. So what I did, I just wanted to show you. I took my, excuse me, a piece of early espresso cardstock and I covered it with my Wink of Stella. So that way it was easier to color the cardstock first before I went to die cut it. That way I've got that beautiful Wink of Stella on everything. So let's take out, I just went and looked at how big my die is. So here's our dies. We've got the cookie die, the chocolate die, a coffee cup die, and a beverage die. And then we've got coffee, chocolate, cookies, cocktails, and then Love You More Than. So I took my die and I just placed it on so that I could visualize how much I needed to color. And I just hit my hand and now I've got lovely sparkle all over my hand. So, and I'm doing this first because it is going to take a few moments for this to dry. So I thought, you know what, let's just do this part first, covering it up. So I have to tell you, my day started. Every day my sister Ann comes up and we walk in the woods. I back onto conservation area here in Strathroy, and we have a beautiful walking trail and through the woods with lots of wildlife. And this morning, right in front of us on the one loop, a deer walked right in front of us, and I actually got a video of it. So I'm going to post that a little later. I was busy getting ready for you guys, so be looking for that later. It was just amazing. The birds were singing, and this beautiful fawn just walked right by us. So as you can see, my area is, I've got ample Wink of Stella on there. You can see that. So I'm just going to set that aside to dry so that when I'm ready for it, I can easily die cut it. So we need our foam paper pierce mat, and I need a piece of just scrap paper so that I can load up my sponge. So I'm using Coastal Cabana and Early Espresso. So we are going to take, this is the card front here. This is 4 inches by 5 1/4. The blog post with all the measurements and product links will be ready to go at 11 a.m. or before if my video uploads to YouTube faster. It always depends. So you get a better coverage and smoother if your sponge is really loaded up. So I'm just inking it up, daubing it off there, and then I want my coffee cup to be down in the bottom corner here. So I am very lightly, the greatest success you're going to have with your sponging color on is by doing it lightly. So I've started in the center, and then I am just ever so lightly bringing that circle that I'm creating a little larger. Now you can make this as big or as small as you want. As I always say, it's your creation when you're recreating it at home. Your creation, so however you want to create it. So I'm just trying to blend out a little bit of those marks. I think this is a very well-loved dauber. And each time you do this, you're going to get a different effect. You can hear my fingernail rubbing against the tip of the inside of the dauber. Okay, so I think I've got an already die cut piece, so that's going to be good. So now I'm going to take my little teeny tiny, have a sip of my water there, a teeny tiny, the little star, it is very tiny. And I am just going to ink that up and just random stamp, because coffee is the star of my morning, the start of my day every day. I once tried to get rid of coffee and it was not nice. I was kind of a grouchy mommy at the time, and I decided that, you know what, I had a headache. Now I'm just going to do the exact same thing on the inside, just a little bit lighter. So I'm taking my cardstock. This is Thick Whisper White, and it is 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5 1/2. And I'm just going to very lightly, just with whatever is left on my sponge. I am not going to reload that sponge. All right, I think that's good. Add a few stars. Okay. And I'm not checking for comments quite yet. I will in a moment so that I can catch up if need be. And there. Okay, that one is done, and we are now done with our Coastal Cabana. So now let's bring in our sentiment, A Day Without. And let me move my iPad so that I can see. Hello, Barbara. You're sipping coffee and watching how to make coffee cards. Yes, Mondays can be exciting. It's going to be another hot one here in southwestern Ontario. I was watering my front yard. I turned the sprinkler on at about 6:15 this morning, I think it was. I'm just inking up and stamping off on my grid paper here. Can you see that? So that I'm sure that I'm going to get a good stamped image. Now I'm just going to stamp this up towards my top left-hand corner. Okay, and then bring in my card base. Make sure that I'm not straight on here. So pull this off. I don't know if you can see what I am doing. So I'm going to pulling it off. Am I now in your view? Let's see here. I like to use my grid paper to make sure when I have a sentiment that it is on there straight. Okay, so now just stamp that off to make sure that I've got good ink coverage. And this set is a fun set to be sending friends cards and things like that. Okay, so now we're going to set that aside. We're done with that. So now I have just a scrap piece of Whisper White cardstock, and I am going to stamp a couple coffee cups. So 1 and 2. And then I wanted my coffee cup. You could put any color you wanted in it. I wanted the look of coffee. So I'm stamping off, just loading it up here. Okay, so stamping off, breathing on it, and then when I'm not right over it, hope for the best, but I've got lots of cardstock here if I don't line up okay, but that one's okay. So do the same thing again. Breathe on it. Stamp down. There we go. We have our 2 coffee cups. Close up my ink pad so that I do not get ink everywhere. Okay, so now we need to bring this in as well as our coffee cup. And sorry about that, I just got a phone call. Okay, so now bring in my magnetic platform, and we're going to put coffee right there, and then the coffee cup. And I need a piece of my purple tape. Which is, now I got this off of Amazon. I find that it works a bit better than the washi tape for when your magnet is skipping all over the place, acting all crazy bananas. So you just line it up, put your tape down, and okay, try not to shake too awful much for you guys. We don't want to get anybody dizzy by a shaking video here. So, and as you can see, we're all cut out. Just take my take your pick tool and gently push that. And there we have our sparkly. Let's poke those out. There's our sparkly coffee. Good morning, Barb. How are you? All right, set that to the side. And there's our one coffee cup. And let's do the other one. Again, I am putting it lining it up, putting my purple tape on it just to secure it so that it doesn't jump all over the place. Okay, so there's our second one. Okay, so let's pull everything in now. Bring in my rhinestones and my silicone craft sheet. So bring my bone folder, fold and burnish that cardstock base. Okay. And my Coastal Cabana is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And I'm just going to take some liquid glue here. Not too awful much. And lay that down. So does everybody have a catalog? What is your favorite set from the new annual catalog? Do you have one yet? I don't know which one I would say would be my favorite. The goats was absolutely number one at first, but I've been having so much fun creating with everything else that I had ordered. I'm on a mission to create with everything I purchased, not have any lonely stamps on my shelf. Okay. So I've just got a few dots of glue, as you could see. Whoops. As you can see, I don't have a lot. You don't need a lot. Yours is the peony, is it? It's getting warm in Southern Oregon as well. I'll have to click on that in just a moment there, Barbara. Okay, to see what else you were saying. All right, so I'm just going to stick that down, lift it up so that I'm looking straight at it. Because when you're on an angle, it is hard to tell. Okay, so now let's take one of our coffee cups and glue that on right in the center. Again, lifting that up to make sure that I am nice and straight, giving it a gentle press. And then my next one for the inside of my card, just using a little bit of glue. And there we have the inside done. Okay, and now we need some more bling. You know, if you've been following me for a little while, you know I love my sparkle, and I always add a daub of glue just to make sure that my embellishments are not going to come off in the mail. So 1, 2, and 3. And these are the holiday rhinestones that were in last year's holiday catalog that have carried over. And I love them. I use them a lot. I've gone through quite a few packages, and I'm so thrilled that we have them to continue on with. Yes, you can color your rhinestones with your Stampin' Blends, but it is so much quicker and easier to actually have the variety of colors. All right, so let me see, what else were you asking? I'm not sure about that. If the suction mechanism isn't working, it only holds for about 3 runs through. I'm not sure. For your magnetic or plate or just your regular platform, it could be the machines. I mean, my machine has been through a lot. I've had it for a very long time, and before all this I ran I had 3 to 4 classes a month every single month, so it got a lot of use. And sometimes you do have to run it through 3 back and forth a few times and move your die cuts, move them to different areas to get a good solid cut through. So this is my original. This is this morning's card. I've glued this one up just a smidge higher, but basically they are identical. And then open it up and has that cute little saying. So this is a perfect card to send to somebody just to say hello, bring a smile to their face. I'll be popping one of these cards in the mail within the next day or so. I've got to catch up on my mailing. I have been tardy with it. With the nice weather, I haven't been getting as many cards out as I should be because I've been outside gardening in that. So, yes. So, that sticks to the counter. Oh, I'm not sure. Depending if there is a buildup on the suction cups, maybe give them a wipe. The bottom of it, is there something that is causing it to not stick very well? Sometimes it can build up with some dust or fluff or whatever. In this house would be cat hair, because the dogs don't shed. So yeah, there could be any number of reasons why it's not, it's moving around on you. So all of the product links to purchase any of these items that I used today will be in the blog post. And remember, please, if you're shopping my online store, use the July host code if your order is under $200 before shipping and tax. If it's over $200 before shipping and tax, don't use the host code. Stampin' Up! Is going to give you your own rewards. You're still going to get a thank you gift in the mail from me, but you'll get double gifts because you'll get rewards from Stampin' Up! So that is all for me today. I hope you have a fabulous Monday. I hope you liked my card this morning. I will be back again on Wednesday with another card using this fabulous stamp set. My next card will be the cookie card. So I hope you have a great day. Thank you for taking some time to join me, and have a fabulous start of your week, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye for now.